Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another podcast by me, Bo Green, with Authentic Confidence. Now, we're going to ride straight into it. A subject that many people might be going through right now is we all put people on a pedestal. And I don't know about you, but for me, I have been putting these women that are so attractive that it makes me nervous to talk to them. I've been putting them on a pedestal to where I feel like they're a completely different form of human being. Right. So if you guys resonate with that, and sometimes you feel nervous to talk to certain celebrities or people that are just you feel are out of your league, this is for you, because I had a realization that may change your perspective. So let's dive straight in. So now think about, one or two or three or four people in your life right now that you feel nervous around, whether it be because of their status or because of the way that they look. And remember how you feel in your heart when you see them. If you lose your breath, or your heart beats really fast, or you act out of character because you feel insignificant and you feel like you are not enough for them. I feel you. I feel you because I felt the same way. And that point where you just realize that if they only got to know me, if they only got to know my true self, then they would like me. But you're not able to get past that barrier. I feel you because I felt the same exact thing. And recently I came into contact with this woman that was so beautiful that completely took my breath away, to the point where I was hyperventilating. And I don't know if she noticed, but I noticed, and it bothered me to the point where I actually started avoiding her because of how uncomfortable it made me feel. So after a while, I decided to build up enough courage and to go up to her, talk to her, and let her know that I was feeling nervous. Now, what this did is all of a sudden there was this guard that I could feel, like, that I couldn't push through. Right when I said that I was nervous, she understood and let this guard down, to where I feel like she really let me in, and I was able to be me. And I even told her, I want to investigate why you make me feel nervous. So let's go out for a coffee. And I don't know, I had kind of had a pre-plan, but I didn't think it would go that smoothly, but it worked. Um, and still I was nervous to the point where, I was planning out things out, trying to figure out, oh, what would she want to do? What are her fears? Why wouldn't she want to hang out with me? Why would she? I was analyzing every single thing. I was putting in so much work in order to prevent myself from feeling rejected, from feeling that pain, right? So I honestly couldn't even get any work done because I was constantly working on how I can approach this situation. So if you guys resonate with any of that, this is for you. So then I came up with an idea. I realized the reason that I was nervous around her was because I hadn't had many opportunities to spend one-on-one time with someone who was so beautiful that I felt uncomfortable, because I felt like they would always reject me. Right. But what I realize is that the only person that can reject you is yourself. You are rejecting yourself. They are looking at you and seeing the beauty. They are seeing what other people see in you that you might not see in yourself. So let me repeat that again. The only person that is rejecting you is you, because you feel like you're not enough, not because they feel like you're not enough. You do. And they will feel that. Right. So when I first encountered this woman, she came over. I was trying to calm myself down with meditation and playing my didgeridoo and everything. But when she got there, what I did completely changed my mood. And what I did is I set everything up. I had the water that I knew that she wanted to have. I knew that she'd come in and be thirsty. And so I put the water in the fridge. I knew exactly where she was going to sit. I knew exactly what I was going to say. I had already planned out the whole entire scene in my head. So when she came here, it was like, all I had to do is press play. So those nerves were still there, but I'd already been in that situation. So if you are trying to approach someone that you feel that you're not good enough for, or you feel nervous around, go ahead and tell them how you're feeling. If you are feeling nervous, because chances are they are too. I never get nervous when I talk to people, but what I realize is that it might not have been me that felt nervous. It might have been her. And I never asked her to see if that was the case, but chances are she was nervous as well. So anyway, going over time, just realize that everybody feels this way. It's not just you, but the only person that can reject you is you. So after I got to meet her, I was still a little jittery, but I converted that jitteriness into excitement. I was excited. I was intrigued to get to know her. So we ended up playing this game that I put up on the board. I went through a lot of preparation because I wanted to be comfortable and I wanted her to feel comfortable. And it went absolutely perfect, to the point where I asked her a series of 7 different questions where I can get to really know her and cut over the small talk, the talk where it's like, oh, like, how's the weather today? That stuff makes me feel uncomfortable. So I created an environment where we could be real together. I could ask her about her family. I could ask her about how many people go and approach her on a day-to-day basis, if it makes her feel uncomfortable, right? So I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty, because if I'm going to go and hang out with someone for an hour or two, I want to make sure that we push past that awkward small talk phase. And if we don't, then it's honestly not even worth it to go out and hang out anyways, because it'll just be awkward. I'd rather be by myself. So I've noticed the process is, when you do feel nervous, let it out there. Tell them that you feel nervous. Then make sure you're in an environment that's comfortable and already have played through it in your head. Next, remember that the only person that's going to reject you is you. So believe that you are enough. Believe that everyone's the same. And this is the next realization that I had down the road. We went out, we had the questions. It was awesome. Then we went over to the bar and it was wild. I felt like I came into my power, where I was being able to feel goofy. I was able to be just straight up with her, to the point where I didn't put her on a pedestal anymore. I was just like chilling with the boys. It was completely different. And I even told her, I put all the pressure off of it. I said, this is not a date. There's not going to be any cliches. There's not going to be any pressure. There's not going to be any expectations. We're just going out and we're going on an adventure. And I'm going to show you something you've never seen before. Once I relieved that pressure and just went out and was myself, poof, it was like, here I am, 100%, no nerves, just there. And this is something that I would suggest to you guys if you want to approach someone that you feel like might be out of your league, because nobody is out of your league. Just remember that there's not one person that's out of your league. Not one. And it doesn't matter if it's a boss, or if it's a celebrity, or somebody you put high on a pedestal. Nobody's out of your league. In fact, most people want you to treat them like an equal. Most of these people who get treated as if they are godlike want you to treat them normally. So this is exactly what happened. And we went on a little adventure, and we had fun, had some great conversation. And then it was wild. At the end of the date, I felt no pressure to, give her anything, like a hug, kiss, nothing. I felt no pressure. And I was just like, wow, this relationship, this moment already brought me so much value by me getting out of my comfort zone, being able to have a conversation with somebody who I find very attractive and get to the end of the night or the end of the day and feel absolutely no pressure, no nerves, nothing. And then I realized at the end that, yeah, I might have been with somebody who there might have been many different men looking at me and be like, wow, I wish I was with a girl like that. Right. But then we both realized at the end of the time we were with each other that we weren't necessarily compatible. And that's not what we were looking for anyways. All we were doing is going to get to know each other. But what I found is that she had different interests. I had different interests. I was a little wild and crazy, and she was more reserved and was in her lane. And that's totally cool. But what I realized is that we put these people up on a pedestal and think that, okay, if I could only go on a date with this person, then they'd get to know me, then we'd fall in love and it'd be happily ever after, right? But there is still a huge factor there where these people that are so incredibly attractive are still normal people, right? They're not on this next level where they're just gonna have everything figured out, like be super fun, super funny, super crazy, super expressionative and outgoing. They're just gonna be themselves. And so are you. And there's so much beauty inside of you that many other people see. We just have to realize it ourselves. We have to put ourselves on that pedestal and remember that the people you attract in your life are attracted to your life for a reason. And you're going to attract incredible people. And the resistance you might feel might be because of those differences. And the differences are okay. If you want to push past it, push past it. But if not, just keep being yourself. Because I spent so much time preparing for this just to realize that I remember coming back from the time spent with her, and I was just like, okay, well, that was it. I thought that I would be, projected onto another level, and people would be like, whoa, did you see Bo? Like, he went out with this person, or whoa, like I would have this confidence. In reality, I do. I have a little more confidence knowing that, that I was able to hold conversation and just be myself around somebody that made me nervous in the beginning. But I also realized that we put these people on another level than us. But in reality, everybody's on the same level. And remember that you are freaking awesome. And if you feel nerves around somebody, that's okay. But I guarantee you they feel nerves around you as well. So if you want to approach someone that you feel like is out of your league, be honest and vulnerable with them. Be super authentic. Ask them certain questions to where they get on your same level and you realize that they're human. Go spend time with them and be yourself. Then you will find out if you resonate or not. And if not, that's no big deal. You are not rejected. Because the only person that can reject you is yourself. And you may find after hanging out with them that it's not an energetic match. And that's okay. You guys can both be respectful of each other's journey, and love each other for it. It's exactly what you're going to do and what I've done already. So thank you so much for being here, for all you listeners here. And if you guys have any questions about any social situations, let me know and I'll cover them. But what I do is I put myself through uncomfortable situations so that it makes it a little bit easier for you to do it as well. And I have came up with this game called Sevens that has asked 7 different questions that puts everybody on the same level. So if you'd be interested in trying that out, I created it on my whiteboard and I can send it on over to you. Just shoot me a direct message on Instagram or Facebook, or my number. If you want to reach me directly, my phone number is 407-821-1996. Just give me a shout out, give me a text, and would love to talk to you and help out in any way I can. Because I have freaking been there. My whole life, I have been putting other people on a different level than me and figuring, oh, well, I cannot reach that level. And I did. I reached it. And it was just, it came right back down to normal. And I realized that everybody's the same. So get out there, live your life, love your life, and realize that you are enough. You are awesome. And there is not one person on this earth that is out of your league. Get out there, have a blast. I love you guys. And let me know if you have any questions. Besos. Peace.